Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Sunday and it's nostalgia stories from the Courier Mail. This one is the 3Rs with the Queensland way of life. It stands as a tribute to the robustness of our early citizens that they survived the era of the railway refreshment rooms. Yes, said the oldies, the railway refreshment rooms, and they will immediately run an extended tongue around their teeth to see if there's still some fatty traces of old sausage rolls of 40 years ago. Ew. Or blister from the scalding cups of tea. It was that kind of tucker. It wasn't crooked, mind you, but it stayed with you. The railway refreshment rooms for decades were the means of travellers being fed. Over the state, the rooms at big railway stations and the whistle stops dashed out 3 squares a day. The train was mostly popular because means of travel, and the rooms did pretty big business. At Tully, Dolby, all over the state, the network of the railway eateries service fully fulfilled me. They were pioneers of what in later years became known as the fast food outlets. Fast, an old triple route, was jet pace. Even by today's standard, a train would pull into the station any time, day or night. The doors would shoot open, everywhere, and people would scamper from carriages like greyhounds straight to the counter. Trays of cups and saucers would be ready, and the staff were great. Steaming teapots in the present arms positions. With only 10 or 15 minutes before the train whistle blew, there was no fooling around. Orders would be shouted and staff would splash out cups of tea and coffee like mad. Some folk would be absent-mouth job and drink the tea on the spot. Others would make a saucer splash trip back to the carriage and sip it at leisure. Sausage rolls and pies and ham or corned beef sandwiches were stable fast food fare on the old train trips. There was more leisurely dining pace too. These passengers were reasonably timed to spend and had the luxury of sitting down and with stiff starched white tablecloths. That was so long ago that the national dish confirmed by the railway refreshment room demand was steak and eggs. The railway station rooms were nothing flash, but they were not dingy either. They had refinements, and one was a circular rotating stand in the center of the table. They held sauce bottles, salt and pepper, and so on. The veteran of many railway blew on the outer banco, David McCoppin, who later gained radio fame, wonders what became of them in his day. 2 terms for them were circulus and circular saws, he recalls. The railway refreshment room crockery was built to last. Cups that could fracture bones if dropped on a foot, and saucers to match. One housewife had a treasure she pounced upon with a whip of delight. In a second-hand shop, it was a generally, oh, what was that? Old, heavy-weighted brand. I wonder if I caught that on camera. Brand Queensland Rail refreshment room silver teapot. She treasures it like a soothing item. Some rooms gain fame by the excellence of their food. Pies, for example, for instance, the theory was that they stuck to the ribs so that you can cut down business at the next pause. For pie and peas at Gladstone. Bars were an important part of the old railway hospitality department. If the cups of tea and pies were an example of fast sipping and eating, the bars were all action as travellers downed their ales. As planes started grabbing a big slice of the travel trade, and people took the roads to get around, an old era of railway refreshment rooms started to end. Also, the railways department introduced its dining and club cars on trains, which meant the Sunlander, Westernlander, and so on whizzed past stations only once passengers joined in the platform dash to get to the counter first for a fast cuppa and a pie in the dock. Some of the rooms still operate, but it's not the same. So that was the 3Rs were the Queensland way of life, which the 3Rs means the railway refreshment room. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is from the Sunday Mail Nostalgia book, and if you didn't know by now, if this was the first time watching this, you can get the Sunday Mail and you can still look up the nostalgia column in the Sunday Mail. It comes out every Sunday, obviously, but go check it out and have a look. Maybe you can even write in there and get your story up in the paper. If you remember any old stories, what you used to do as a kid or what your parents did, put down in the comments. I'm curious. So until next time, fellow travellers, have a good one. Stay safe, stay hot, or stay cool, stay warm, stay safe, and have a good day. Bye for now.